Hi, prayer family. Wanted to send out one last communication with you all. This is my last week here, and I can't believe it. But first of all, I just wanted to say thank you so much. Again, thank you for the way that you have invested in my life and in the body of Christ here at Mission Hills Church. It has been a huge blessing for me. And like I mentioned in that email a couple weeks ago that I sent out, if I were to rank the gifts that God has given me here at Mission Hills Church, prayer would be at the top of that list. If not the first thing that I would say, that's the greatest gift that God has given me here at this church. The people that I've been able to interact with, the people who have prayed for me, the people I've been able to pray for, but just the prayer team, the prayer teams have just been incredible. And then also the work of prayer. Being allowed to enter into intimacy with God through prayer is just a tremendous privilege, and I'm glad that you all were a part of that in this very instrumental, growing season of my life. The second thing is I just want to give you a charge. I just want to encourage you as I transition out that you continue to do the good work of prayer. Like I've mentioned to many of you before in meetings or individually, and I kind of gave you three things to focus on as a prayer volunteer, and that is to make your prayer life as much like Jesus Christ as possible. Be as intimate with God as possible through the ministry of prayer. That was the first thing. The second thing was just to participate in your area of ministry, whether that was prayer response team or powerhouse prayer or now even Wednesday night prayer, just to simply participate. And then the third is to invite somebody into that ministry, or to invite somebody into this intimacy with God in prayer. And again, that could be prayer response team, powerhouse prayer, Wednesday night prayer. But just invite people, and essentially that's discipleship. So those three things. And I just want to invite you to tonight to our last Wednesday night prayer meeting that I'm going to be leading, and we're going to have some wonderful men who are going to be leading that in the interim as we're trying to figure out what the future is there. But please come tonight. I would love to see you and pray with you one last time in that setting. And then the last thing is I just want to encourage you that the ministry of prayer is vital to the church. Because we are relying on God, we get to see Him move through prayer. And even I am constantly struggle with, like, is this actually doing anything? Is this actually making a difference? And then I looked at what happened this past Easter. We had 70 or so people indicate that they received Christ, and they gave us contact information for us to follow up with them. And so we've done that, and it's been amazing. But then we had another 10 people or so who indicated that they received Christ, but didn't really give us information to follow up on. So about 80 people indicated that they received Christ this past Easter. So I was just curious, and I looked back over the past few major holidays that we have, Christmas and Easter, and it was interesting. I saw that in Christmas of 2017, we had 4 people receive Christ, which is awesome. And then in Easter 2017, I couldn't really find accurate numbers, but it looked about like 10 people received Christ. And then Christmas of 2016, about 5 people. And then Easter of 2016, about 9 people received Christ. So do you see that major difference in numbers? We had 80 people versus the highest number was 9. And I was thinking, we didn't do much different in terms of sharing the gospel or the way that we ordered the service or anything like that. So to see that significant difference is, I think, shows the power of prayer, because that's what we specifically have been praying for Wednesday night meetings leading up to Easter, and then also what we have been praying during Powerhouse Prayer. So I think that is a testimony to the power of prayer. So continue to do the work, because it is making an eternal difference. Again, I just want to thank you all very, very much for the way that you have blessed me in my life. And I'm not going too far, so you're not going to be able to get rid of me. Hopefully I can see you around here and there. I'll stay in the same house in Littleton, just up the street from Mission Hills. And I'll be at a Grace Place Church that's just down the street, about 10 minutes. So I'd love to see you here and there. Blessings. Love you all.